Hey everybody, it's Alyssa. It is currently 2:18 in the morning, and I have taken my makeup off, and I'm in my nightgown, so I'm sorry if I look a hot mess. I don't think I look that bad without makeup on. I mean, at least on this webcam, I don't. But anyway, I hope all of you are doing good. I'm in my bathroom because my mother and brother are asleep, and I couldn't record in the bedroom because it's right next to the other bedroom, and my brother's asleep in the living room, so I kind of just said, screw it, and I'm going to record in the bathroom. I wanted to talk about something that is very personal to me and close to me. Sorry if I say a lot. I'm trying to get out of that because I know it's not really suitable. Not suitable, but it's not very fun to hear on YouTube videos when somebody says like 1,000 times. But let's see. Okay. So for those of you who don't know, I don't even have any subscribers yet. I only have one other video, and it is a shopping haul video. But for those of you who are going to watch these videos in the future, or for those of you who stumble across this video just across YouTube, and you go to my channel or whatever, I am a transgender woman. And I didn't say that in my first video because I really don't want my channel to be centered directly around my transgenderism, if that's even a word. I want it to be focused on other things, like I'm probably going to make mukbang videos and just different types of stuff. But I am going to be talking a lot about being transgender on my channel and different transgender topics. So, I'm a transgender woman. I'm 28 years old, born May 6, 1990. I'm a Taurus. And I've been in transition now probably for okay, let's just put it like this. I started my transition in 2011 when I was 21. Even though, like most transgender women, I've always felt like a girl ever since I was a little kid. And I didn't really act. I mean, I dressed up, in makeup and all that when I was a teenager. I dressed in girls' clothes when I was a teenager. Women's clothes, rather. I tried to wear nail polish and lipstick and stuff when I was a kid. But I didn't really start the whole thing until I was 21. And even at 21, I didn't start living full time. So when I was 21, my hair was extremely short, like basically shaved. So I wore wigs. And I started wearing makeup and women's clothes and wigs and shoes, women's shoes. And I would start going out in public like that. I still remember to this day the very first time I ever went out in public as a woman. It was many years ago. And I was very nervous. But, anyway. That was in 2011 when I first started the whole process. I didn't actually start living full time as a woman probably up until the last 7 months. So I gained a lot of experience as far as putting on makeup and picking out what outfits and stuff are right for me, picking out what makeup is right for me and stuff like that. I had a lot of experience doing that. So by the time I decided to live full time, I was experienced. The only thing that I didn't have back then that I do now is a little bit longer hair. So for a long time, I mean a long time, in my transition, I wore wigs. But anyway, so that's not the topic of this video. I just wanted to kind of give a little bit of brief introduction about me being transgender, how it started, and all that. Okay, so this is moving on to the topic of the video. So, as far as transgender surgeries, I mean, currently, as far as surgeries, I still do want breast implants. But I haven't even started saving up for breast implants, and I can't afford them, just right now, right offhand. And I also live in the South, in Mississippi, so there's a good chance that, plastic surgeons around here might not want to give me breast implants because we live in a very backward state. I know one transgender woman that I love, that I follow on Instagram, and that I watch her YouTube videos. Her name is, sorry, I'm drawing a blank. What is her name? What is her name? I love her. Why can't I think of her? Anyway, I cannot remember her name right now because for some reason I'm drawing a blank. But, God, I almost said it. Anyway, I'm not going to spend this video trying to think of her name. I'm seriously mind blown. Anyway, so she, the transgender woman I'm talking about, she, lives in Missouri, and I think she said no plastic surgeon around where she lived would give her implants, so she had to go all the way to Florida, from Missouri to Florida. So, I live in a backward state, so there's a good but I'm like rambling here. Okay, I want breast implants. One day it will happen, but not today, or even in the near future. But okay, here we go with the topic. Sorry, I'm like a rambling bitch tonight. I can't focus. One surgery that for the longest time in my transition that I thought I needed, that I desperately wanted for a long time in my transition, was FFS, which for most people, for non-trans people, they think FFS stands for fuck's sake. But that, in the trans world, that stands for facial feminization surgery. And what that basically means is, excuse me, facial feminization surgery. What that basically means is you go to a plastic surgeon that does FFS, and not every plastic surgeon does it. Only select ones that want to do it. You go to a doctor that does that, and they change your male facial features into female facial features. Males genetically are born with different facial features than females. Like, for example, males typically have bigger noses than females. Males tend to have a more square jawline than females. Females tend to have fuller lips than males. Just different stuff like that. You can go Google it and find out all you need to know about it. Anyway, so for the longest time, I was very unhappy with certain parts of my face. And as everybody knows, we are our own worst critic. We look in the mirror and we judge everything we see about ourselves. But What we don't, hold on, I'm going to scoot my, okay, I wasn't center there. What we don't realize is to other people, those same features that we see, that we don't like, other people don't see. Like, for example, in the past, I used to have a big problem with my nose. Because from the front, like facing a camera, like a webcam, or taking pictures or stuff, or videos to the front, my nose looks basic average. But in the past, I always thought that when I turned to the side, that my nose was big, which to some people watching this, my nose might be big. But, and really, to be honest, my nose was mainly the only thing I wasn't happy about my face. It was really the only part of my face that I thought looked male. Everything else about my face, I'm perfectly happy with, and I think every other part of my face looks female. My jaw is rounded, my lips are full, my eyes are tiny. I don't really have that much bossing in my forehead. So my nose was really my only concern. And I wanted FFS to turn this nose that I have now into a female nose. I've always wanted a really small, cute button nose. But you know what? I'm 28 years old. I'm almost 30. And ever since I've transitioned, especially within these last 7 months, ever since I went full time, I have really learned that not you as in all of you, me, I have accepted that this is my face. You know, this is my face. This is the face I was born with. Yes, a lot of people tell me that I look a lot like my father instead of my mother, which to trans women, when you tell them that they look more like their father, they tend to think that that makes them look more male, which is the case with me, used to. But to be honest, I've learned to accept the face that I was born with. This is my face. And especially over the last 6-7 months, I've come to learn that I love everything about me. I have really, really gotten to a place of self-love and high confidence over the past 7 months. A year ago, I was in a very, very bad state of mind. I was self-harming because my dysphoria was so bad. I was self-harming. I was having fits of rage. I was crying. I was depressed because I felt like a total man. But I have done a lot of healing over the past 7 months. And, you know, I'm finally at a place now where I realize this is who I am. I accept it. I love it. And I embrace it. And despite what some shady bitches say, it's not simply because I can't afford facial feminization. It's not because of that. I could save up the money easily in my bank account, and I would be able to afford facial feminization. But I choose not to because I don't want to go through. One of the reasons is because I'm scared of surgery and I'm scared of pain. I have a very low tolerance for pain, so I don't want to go through with all of the bullshit that is involved with surgery. So basically, because of all of that, I've come to learn that I love myself. And it's not something that happens overnight. It's not something that happens within 6 months. You have to really learn how to do this, and you really have to just let go of all of those feelings that you can't be a great person and you can't be who you are, and you have to let go of those feelings that you can't love yourself, and you just have to, I can't explain it, you just have to learn over time, and you have to come to a place where you're happy with yourself. And I've learned to embrace my nose. This is my nose. I've learned to embrace. Another big thing with me is my weight, because I've gained a lot of weight within the past 7 months. Last year, because I was in such a bad place of mind, I lost 50 pounds, and I went from a size 20 to a size 9. And I had not been that small in years, but I've gained all that weight back, and it doesn't bother me. I don't care about being overweight. I mean, I know it's unhealthy, and I need to change that part and go on a diet, but as far as me caring about what other people think, I could give 2 fucks less what other people think. And that's just how it is. And, you know, it just is what it is, and I've learned to let go of all of the things that I thought were not so great about myself. And this is who I am. I'm transgender, and as far as me being passable, I'm not trying to boast or brag or sound conceited, but when I put on makeup and fix my hair and get dressed and all that and go out in public, I'm not gonna lie, I'm being totally honest here, probably about 97% of the time, I pass. There are those people, there is that one person who always knows. Because even the most beautiful, passable, fishy trans woman is going to get clocked. And it doesn't matter how passable you are, honey, you're still going to get clocked by that one person. But for the most part, I pass in public. I do come across a random person once in a blue moon, ever so often, that clocks me. But it's not, ever since I've gotten further along in my transition, I don't get clocked that often. And that just lets me know that my nose isn't what's holding me back. So there you go. I hope this video was able to help somebody, you know, for the trans women that are just starting out. It's really just all about loving yourself, embracing yourself, and accepting yourself. And over time, if you just give it a little bit of time, you will get there. Okay? So, I will be making more videos in the future centered around transgender issues and transgender things and stuff like that. So, if you want to, stay tuned. I just started this channel. So, subscribe if you want to. If you don't want to, don't. I'll be happy either way. But I hope you all have a great day. Bye.